Okay, Nathan, I'm doing your center cluster tonight. I just have one blue light in, but fixing to put 6, 7, 8, 9 more in. All right, Nathan, 10 blue LEDs for your center gauge cluster. We'll put some white paper on it, and we're going to try some different needles on yours. See if we can get a little more light in these center needles. Hey, Nathan. All right, I have some nice paper over here on your LEDs, and my idea is to take the larger size needle and cut it down to length, and hopefully it'll pass more light than the smaller, thinner ones. We'll find out here in a minute. Yeah, hey Nathan. I also cut these guys down real thin. I don't know if you know what they look like, but they've got like little wings here of plastic. And I usually cut the whole thing out, but sometimes when you do that, the center part on the needle that lights up, behind the needle, on the center gauge face, lights up brighter than the other two. So I'm just going to leave this thin piece of plastic here, and we'll see how that looks. All right then. Okay, Nathan, here's what I'm doing so far. If you can see how thin, this is a center gauge that's upside down, but you can see the thickness of it. The big gauges for the main cluster, well, they're taller. So I took one and I cut the skirt off of it, and it's on here, and it actually feels like it's working. Here's one without the shell, but the weight came out. I don't know where the weight is, and I've cut this one at an angle. I'm fixing to go out and see if it produces a little blue dot at the end, and that will tell me how to cut this one, which will be our first one. That'll be the real deal. So whether I cut it at an angle or if I just cut it off straight. So let's go see. Well, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it definitely has a bright blue dot on the end of the volt gauge, the voltmeter. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know if you want that for your car, but I think that's how I'm going to try and cut the other one, if I can get it the same length. So, anyway, cool. Check it out. Got the little lighter dot at the end of the needle. I've dimmed them down so you can see that. Of course, they get too bright for the camera, actually. Now this one, I cut a little too short, see? That one's shorter than that one. So, I guess I'll have to make another one. And I don't even know if you want it with a little light at the end of the needle, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So, I'll post this for you. All right, then.